Welcome back to our channel, and today, this thing is absolutely insane. Imagine if GMC looked at a luxury family SUV, tossed logic out the window, pumped it full of off-road steroids, gave it monster truck energy, and said, yeah, let's build the wildest Overland beast possible. That, my friends, is exactly the vibe of the 2026 GMC Acadia 8x8. This is not your regular school-run crossover anymore. Nah, this thing looks like it escaped from a military convoy, a Hollywood apocalypse movie, and a luxury RV showroom all at the same time. It's bold, it's overbuilt, it's outrageous, and honestly, it kinda slaps up from the very first glance. The 2026 GMC Acadia 8x8 is a straight-up attention thief. The front end still carries that signature GMC DNA, but now it's way more aggressive and straight-up intimidating. You've got this massive blacked-out grille with bold GMC badging smack in the center, flanked by razor-sharp LED headlights that look like they're ready to cut through a sandstorm. The hood is taller, meaner, and more sculpted, with functional vents and beefy lines that make the whole thing look like it's flexing, even while parked, and then your eyes hit the real party trick. Yep, the 8x8 setup. 4 axles, 8 chunky all-terrain tires. This thing doesn't roll up to the campsite, it conquers it. The wheel arches are absolutely massive, and GMC has wrapped them in rugged body cladding that gives the Acadia this brutal off-road swagger. You also get lifted suspension, reinforced side steps, heavy-duty skid plates, roof-mounted utility racks, LED light bars, and tow hooks that basically scream, "Take me somewhere ridiculous." From the side, the proportions are crazy, but somehow it works. It's stretched out longer than a regular Acadia, giving it a proper expedition-style silhouette. The high ground clearance, huge wheelbase, and military-inspired stance make it look like it could crawl over rocks, snow, mud, and probably your neighbor's ego too. Around the back, GMC keeps things just as gnarly with vertical LED taillights, a swing-out rear utility section, integrated storage compartments, and a reinforced bumper setup that looks built for serious adventure. Now slide inside, and this is where things get real interesting. Because while the outside says Mad Max, the inside says first-class road trip. GMC didn't just make this thing tough, they made it crazy comfortable too. The cabin is decked out with premium leather, brushed metal trim, soft touch surfaces, and rugged design touches that still feel upscale. It's like a luxury SUV and a high-end overlanding rig had a baby. Up front, the cockpit is super modern. There's a giant curved digital display stretching across the dash, combining your digital gauge cluster and infotainment system into one slick setup. Graphics are crisp, menus are smooth, and everything feels futuristic without being too complicated. You've got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in navigation, multiple camera angles, terrain mapping, and off-road telemetry that lets you keep tabs on suspension articulation, pitch roll, and all that cool nerdy adventure stuff. The seats are big, plush, and supportive, with contrast stitching and ventilation options that make long hauls feel easy. And because this is the 8x8 version, the interior layout gets way more spacious than your average Acadia. The second row is roomy enough to stretch out like a boss. And depending on the configuration, you can get captain's chairs or a rugged bench setup. There's also loads of hidden storage, Mel-style paneling, power outlets, USB-C ports everywhere, and smart little compartments for all your gear. The rear cargo area is where this beast really starts showing off its motorhome personality. It's not a full RV setup, but it definitely leans into that overlanding lifestyle. You've got modular cargo management, fold-flat seating, built-in utility shelving, optional mini-fridge storage, camping gear compartments, and enough room to stash everything from duffel bags to recovery equipment to a week's worth of road trip snacks. Basically, if you're the kind of person who likes disappearing into the wilderness without sacrificing creature comforts, this thing is your jam. Now, let's talk performance, because with a machine this wild, you already know it's packing some serious heat. Under the hood, the 2026 GMC Acadia 8x8 is expected to run a heavily upgraded 3.0-litre turbo diesel, inline-6, or a twin-turbo V6 setup, depending on trim and market. Either way, we're talking big torque, solid horsepower, and enough grunt to move this oversized rig without feeling like it's dragging its feet. Power is sent through an advanced all-wheel drive system with locking differentials, terrain management modes, and of course, all 8 wheels putting in work when the trail gets nasty. That means whether you're climbing steep gravel roads, powering through snow, or crawling over rocky terrain, this thing is built to keep moving. And with a specially tuned heavy-duty suspension setup, reinforced chassis components, and adaptive dampers, the ride stays surprisingly planted for something this huge. On pavement, it's obviously not trying to be a sports car, but for a monster-sized adventure SUV, it handles way better than you'd think. Steering is composed, visibility is excellent thanks to the elevated driving position, and GMC has packed it with enough cameras and driver-assist tech to make maneuvering this land yacht way less stressful. You also get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, blind spot monitoring, trailer assist tech, and a 360-degree off-road camera system that's a total lifesaver when the trail gets sketchy. And let's be real, towing is going to be a huge part of this rig's appeal too. With all that torque and extra axle support, the Acadia 8x8 is expected to tow like an absolute champ. Whether it's a trailer, small camper, toy hauler, or a bunch of gear for your weekend escape, this thing looks ready to haul without breaking a sweat. Now, let's talk money. Because yeah, all this crazy capability and wild styling definitely ain't gonna come cheap. If GMC actually dropped a production-ready 2026 Acadia 8x8, pricing would likely start somewhere around the $95,000 mark for a base expedition trim, while fully loaded luxe roof road versions could easily push into the $130,000 to $150,000 range. That's serious cash, no doubt. But for something this unique, this capable, and this straight-up badass, there's definitely a market for it. At the end of the day, the 2026 GMC Acadia 8x8 is the kind of vehicle that throws practicality in a blender and somehow still comes out awesome. It's oversized, overbuilt, and completely over the top, and that's exactly why people would love it. It's got rugged truck energy, luxury SUV, comfort, and adventure rig madness all mashed into one beastly package. This isn't just transportation. This is a whole vibe. If GMC ever decides to make this thing for real, trust me, folks are gonna lose their minds. Thanks for watching Centriviews Hub. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, drop a comment and tell me, would you actually drive the 2026 GMC Acadia 8x8, or is this thing just too crazy? And of course, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss the next wild ride. Catch you in the next one.